Hey guys, how you doing? It's Charles Miller here, coming to you once again on doing another video here. I believe this is video number 5 of 10 of my mini-series and probably number 19 of 90 for the Internet Lifestyle Network Video Challenge. My video series is all based on paying it forward, a concept that I came up with, or an idea that I came up with, in taking suggestions from people and putting their suggestions into some value-based content, and being able to give that back to them, and hopefully they can use it in their business or in their life, and they can move on and have a successful business. So the last one I did in this series here was based on a letter or an article that I read from my friend Charlie P. And the first part of that was all based about having a commitment and being able to commit to, and having the courage to stand your ground and move forward and take the commitment to doing business online. The second video here that I want to do right now is all about believing in yourself. So what I wanted to do first off with believing in yourself, I want to steal a little story from the great Zig Ziglar. And the story goes something like this, that if tomorrow morning somebody phoned you up and said that they've been wanting to tell you something for some time, and that you're a good friend, first off. You've been a credit to their profession, you've been an asset to their family and to the community, that people look up to you, that there's all kinds of accolades in your life and the choices that you've made that have made people feel better. They've also said to you something along the lines of, my life is much better for knowing you, and if I could spend an hour a day with you, I know that my life would be better. Well, that's a pretty profound statement, and how would that make you feel? Well, I know for a fact if somebody did that to me and told me all that stuff, that I would feel real good about it. The thing that I would ask myself, or that you would, you need to ask yourself about that, if you were a teacher, a mother, or an engineer, or a parent, or whatever, would it make you better at what you're doing? A carpenter, electrician, or whatever, tradesman. Do you think that kind of a statement would make you be better than what you already are? Of course it would. You know that for a fact. Would you know anything more about doing that job or being that type of person after he's told you that? Well, no. You still got the same amount of knowledge, and you still got the same everything about you, but you haven't gained any knowledge except for the fact that there's somebody out that really admires you, okay? The truth is, you're not going to get those phone calls all the time. You're going to get them once in a while, possibly. I know if you're in a special community like we are right now, that you're going to hear that kind of stuff, but it only exists within the community. People just don't have those, don't let their inhibitions go to be able to tell you those types of things that are in your outside life or your offline life. And it's a lot easier to put those comments down when you're talking to people online than it is to talk to them in face-to-face, unless you've got a really keen or clean friendship with somebody. So don't expect that those are going to happen all the time. Do expect that they will happen once in a while, and that'll make you feel real good. I've had the occasion where people have given me those accolades back, when I provided some information to them, and it does. It makes you feel real good. It makes you want to go on. It makes you want to move forward, and it makes you want to go out there and help other people. And that's what this business is all about, building relationships with people and moving forward and helping them out to achieve what you want. There's a saying that if you help people to achieve what they want, you'll get it yourself. Well, and I think that was from Zig Ziglar again. So read a book by Zig Ziglar. He's a great author. So anyways, to get back on topic here, I'm talking about, those accolades only because you don't get them every day. So what can you do to get those accolades every day? Well, I'm going to talk about something that may make you feel a little uncomfortable. It's almost like doing a video. You've got to be able to talk to yourself. Okay, it's called self-motivation, and it's called self-worth, okay? I'm talking about talking to yourself because you are the best voice to hear that you trust the most, okay? And why not hear good things from something that you're thinking and be able to put those into action and motivate yourself and gain the self-worth from talking to yourself? You can look in the mirror and say, self, You know, here's what it's all about. Here's what you're doing right. You can even do that to do some constructive criticism to yourself. Say, self, again, look in the mirror and tell yourself what you're doing right. Tell yourself what you might be doing wrong or what you could do to improve on that. Okay? This is all part of self-motivation and creating some self-worth. The motivation that you're going to get from this is like taking a bath. If you don't do it every day, it's going to start to stink a little bit. So you got to do it on a consistent basis and be persistent about doing it in order to be able to, you know, create the self-worth that's going to be maintained within you for a long period of time. Okay. One of the saddest realities of this whole situation is that people don't really believe in themselves. Well, by practicing what I was talking about, talking in the mirror and talking to yourself and self-motivating yourself, you will start believing it. You can speak it into existence, people. It's an easy technique that takes time to do, but you can speak it into existence, okay? You can achieve the success, but you can't do it unless you have the mindset of the success. Okay, and this is again by talking to yourself and telling yourself that you will succeed. There's a lot of different reasons out there, and I don't want to be negative, but there's certain things that will crawl into your head, and you'll hear from other people too. You know, the list of reasons is really long as far as, you know, why you can't do it, or that your self-worth is low, or that you can't motivate yourself. And you're going to hear some of the reasons like, I'm too old, I don't understand business, I don't understand technology, the business is saturated, there's too much competition, geez, I don't know how to find leads, I don't know how to get customers, I'm not a salesperson, I'm not a saleswoman, or whatever. Those are and there's more and more and more and more. But if you tell yourself that you can understand technology, that you can get customers, that you can get leads, and keep telling yourself that you can do these things, you're going to overcome these challenges, and you're going to increase your self-worth, and you're going to be able to succeed in business that you want to, okay? So there is no reason why people can't succeed online. Just remember that. There's no reason whatsoever. And all those reasons I told you can be, like I said, overcome, again, by telling you that you can do them rather than you can't. Your self-worth will improve. You will speak it into existence. You will make it happen because you've already got the commitment to go out and do this, because you've already crossed that line in the sand that you made in the last video series we talked about. Remember? Okay? Cross the line, have the courage to do that, and then go on and commit to doing it. And once you commit, have some belief in yourself that you can make this happen. People, you've just got to go out and do it. I know it doesn't make you feel any easier. It's like talking to a video. I had a hard time in trying to put my words together just by talking online, or not talking online, but talking into a camera or whatever, and not knowing who I'm talking to. But it's been getting easier because I've talked to myself and I've told myself I can do this. I'm thinking outside of the box. I'm getting results based on making that commitment, setting some goals that I'm going to do on 90 videos. Holy crow. Can you imagine just thinking about that? You're a brand new person and you've got to set a goal and do 90 videos over the next 90 days. Well, that seems daunting. So what I've done is I've broken it down into little mini-series, and that's how I'm overcoming this. But I keep telling myself on a day-to-day basis when I'm doing this, I look in the mirror and say, self, or I'll think to myself and say, self, you know, you got to do this. I'm increasing my self-worth, and I'm also creating the value content that everybody's looking for, and people are starting to respond, only because I'm speaking it into existence, and I'm motivating myself to do this. I'm not saying there's not other people around there that motivate you, because we've got a great community inside of Internet Lifestyle Network. You can get the motivation from inside, and the inspiration and the training and everything in there. It's all in there, okay? All I'm saying is that you've got to go out there and create the self-motivation to create the self-worth to go out and do this, because that's real important. You're the biggest voice that you're going to trust in your lifetime, okay? So I think I've rambled on enough about that. I don't need to expound on it. We're going to do another video tomorrow, and that'll be number 6 out of 10, and that's about writing your own Declaration of Independence. We talked about that a little bit in the last video. So anyways, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and thanks again for listening, and I hope you got something out of this, and let's do this again tomorrow. Okay? Thanks, people. Appreciate you. Love you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.